Rose Hall is just outside of Bovey Tracey. It's in a peaceful hamlet surrounded by fields and shared only by 2 other houses. The property is 3/4 of a Devon longhouse attached at one end to the neighbouring property. In Bovey Tracey itself, which you can walk to in about 20 minutes, there is a well-regarded primary school, some good cafes and pubs, and there is a good selection of pubs all around the local area, most notably the Rock Inn at Hayter Vale, where you have access straight onto the moors for walking, and of course Hayter itself, one of Devon's most famous landmarks. For beaches, you have Teignmouth and Shoulden within easy reach, and with such good access to the A38, you can get to Exeter for shopping in around about half an hour. The property dates back to the 12th century, but you can see that this end of the house was added in about 1880. It has 4 bedrooms, a large driveway with space for numerous cars, a generous garden, and also a 4-acre field. So we enter through this lovely old door, complete with the original sound effects. And this is the door that the current owners use the most to access the house, although you have the grand entrance that we'll see later at the other end. The kitchen is a galley style, lovely wooden worktops, and at the end of the kitchen there is a doorway that leads out onto a large area of lawn. As you would imagine with a house of this age, there are historical features everywhere, such as this archway behind me that dates back to the 14th century. And then you have the big beams overhead. It's nice to have the dining area so close to the kitchen, but the real feature of this room for me is that open fireplace, which is still in working order. I can just imagine being sat here by the roaring fire of a winter's evening, or perhaps tucked in that lovely window seat reading a book. And this is where the old part of the cottage ends and the Victorian part begins. So we go from the cosy cottage with the low beams to the high ceilings and Victorian cornicing. And in the dining room here, we have more features like the ceiling rose, the feature fireplace, grand dining table, and fantastic views of Hayter. And upstairs to the bedrooms. So at the top of the first flight of stairs, there's a laundry room which has a washer dryer, and then a short flight leads to here. And there are 2 bedrooms on this wing of the house. The first is a single, and there is a large cupboard with plenty of storage in addition to the freestanding wardrobe. And in this room, which is considerably larger, you have fantastic views over Hayter, like the dining room below. So we come back into the old cottage, and at some point there must have been a circular staircase here. In front of me you have the bathroom. Could do with some modernising, but obviously very in keeping with the house at present. There is a compromised head height here, but this is the only place in the house if you are tall. So bedroom number 3 is being used as an office, though there is a pull-out bed there. It's nice to have the fireplace in the bedroom, and there is no shortage of storage in the house, so you've got storage all along this wall. The layout here gets a little bit unconventional because you have an ensuite, but you have to walk through it to get to the master. So the master bedroom has the vaulted ceiling and again features like the beams. In addition to the space for a 4-poster bed and the grand freestanding wardrobe, you also have plenty of storage in this cupboard here. And there are lovely views overlooking the side garden from the bedroom, and we'll go out there now and take a closer look. So we started at the oldest part of the house, and now here we finish at the Victorian end. And this is where the garden sort of wraps around the house. So to one side we have an area of lawn which is just behind the living room. Then we have this part at the front of the house leading to the grand entrance. And then a terraced garden, and at the bottom of the garden there's a summer house, a vegetable patch and a greenhouse, and you have access leading through the neighbour's garden, which is your right of way, to a 4-acre field. And because there's a stream running through the corner of the field, it's ideal for keeping livestock or horses. And the view down the valley is just beautiful from here. You can see Hayter easily on a clear day. And with this many bridleways and footpaths in the surrounding countryside, it's just ideal for horse riding, walking or hiking on the moors.